Hi, welcome to Automatic Fractions. This is a game that I made to go with my Automatic Fractions program, which will be on the market soon. This is called 21 over 21, and it helps students learn to add fractions with different denominators. My name is Hannah McAdams, and I want to show you how to play today. The object of the game is to get as close to 21 over 21 without going over. All right, so you're going to need the game board and the flashcards. These are included in the program. And you will provide a small toy or a coin for every player as a marker to move around the board. So you could use a penny or a dime, or my kids like to use Legos or Shopkins or anything that's really small that would fit in the spaces. All right, for level 1, this is for beginners. As you see, there's a dotted box that says x over 3 and x over 7. So that tells the students where to put their flashcards. Level 2 is almost the same, but it has a blank dotted area, and they need to know where to put their flashcards on their own. So that's for students that have been making equivalent fractions for several lessons. And then the advanced card doesn't tell you what to multiply by, so it's almost blank. That's for students that really know how to, manipulate fractions. All right, so for the rules. This game can be played with up to 4 people on a board. You could try to do 5 or 6, but I think that the board's kind of small for that. The game consists of 10 rounds. The player who wins the most rounds wins the game. Each player must draw 2 cards. Each player must decide if he or she wants to draw one more card. So you have 2 cards, you can decide to draw a 3rd card. The player with the cards that have the highest sum without going over 21 over 21 wins the round. Okay, so let me show you how to play. The youngest player goes first, and let's do an example round. Player A is just learning fractions, so he or she has decided to use the level 1 board. So here we have the level 1 board. Okay, player A is going to draw 2 cards. Player A gets 2/3 and 2 21sts. Okay, so we're going to take the 2/3, and since its denominator is 3, we're going to put it over the x over 3 blank. Okay, and then we're going to multiply the numerator. So we have 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 14. So that is how many spaces player A is going to move. Okay, 2/3 equals 14 21sts, so player A is going to move to the 14. Okay, now for 2 21sts, player A doesn't need to convert that to 21st, it's already there. So player A is just going to move 2 spaces. Okay, and the addition problem looks like this: 2/3 plus 2 21sts. We can't do that because the denominators are different, so we're going to change the 2/3 to 14 21sts plus 2 equals 16 21sts, which is where player A has stopped. Now player A needs to decide whether or not to draw another card. Okay, so player A decides not to go on because you can't go past 21. Okay, so now player A is finished and it's player B's turn. Player B has worked with fractions a little bit more, so he or she is using the level 2 board here. Okay, all right, so player B draws 2 cards. Player B gets 5 21sts and 1 7th. Okay, so for 5 21sts, since it's already in, the denominator is already 21, player B is just going to move 5 spaces. Okay, now for the 7ths, or 1/7, player B needs to decide, do I put it in the top dotted line box or the bottom dotted line box? And player B knows that 7 times 3 is 21, so it's going to be in the bottom there. Okay, now we need to get a new numerator, so player B will multiply the numerators. 1 times 3, which equals 3. So player B will move 3 more spaces. Okay, the equation for that is 5/21 plus 1/7. 1/7 equals 3/21. So then we can add and we get 8/21. Okay, so now player B must decide whether to draw another card or to stop playing this round. Well, right now player A is winning, so player B decides that they're going to risk going over 21 and draw another card so that they can possibly win. Okay, so player B draws 2/3. So the 2/3 will go in the appropriate space, which is here. We'll multiply. 2 times 7 is 14. And then player B will move 14 spaces. The problem is he only has 13 to move. Then he gets to around again. So he's past 21 over 21. So look at the equation. We have 5/21 plus 1/7 plus 2/3. 1/7 is the same as 3/21, and 2/3 is the same as 14/21. So when you add that together, you get 22 over 21, and that's too high. So player B loses the round, and player A wins. Okay, a few more rules. There's also a level 3 game card for advanced players. Experts can choose not to use a card at all, but find the equivalent fraction in their heads. So those are possibilities too. And have fun. I hope this makes sense. This game, again, was created to go along with automatic fractions, which will be for sale soon on my Teachers Pay Teachers store. I hope that you enjoy it. I will talk to you next time.